Oh hi. Brescia, the city in the north of Italy, in Lombardy, the administrative center of the province of the same name. It is the second largest municipality in the region on population after Milan. The ancient city, whose origin is dated more than 3,200 years ago, Brescia possesses outstanding art and architectural heritage. His monuments of the Roman and Lombardsky era were announced by UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Brescia is one of the main economic and production centers of the country and is known for the well-known race of the Milmiglia vintage cause and production of Franciacorta wines. The city of Brescia got the nickname Lioness of Italy in 10 days of resistance to the Austrians during the Italian Risorgimento. From March 23 to April 1, 1849. Patrons of the commune esteem Saints Faustin and Jovita, celebration on February 15. The city is in the foothills of the Alps, on the Garza River. Brescia is located at the height of 150 m, in 99 km to the east from Milan, on the extensive fertile plain, at Mount Maddalena Sole. From Brescia to Comonix Valley the railroad of Brescia-Isola is paved. Brescia was the Drevnogolski city, Brixia was called in the ancient time, and I was the capital of Cenemen. Inhabitants were allies of Romans when Hannibal passed the Alps and began with them war. Later Romans lodged here the colonists, thanks to whom the city reached high extent of prosperity soon, and I became one of the most important cities of Transpadanian Gallia. Destroyed by Huns during an era of great resettlement of the people, it soon was built up anew, and after falling of the Ostrogothic kingdom shared lot of the most part of the cities of Upper Italy. Lombards, then Charles the Great and Franks, the German Empire and local princes alternately entered possession to them. Despite these changes, he after all reached big welfare and power. As a result of long fight of citizens against Signor Bishop, Brescia in the 12th century acquired the rights of the city commune. After the termination of the Saxon dynasty in Germany, he reached independence, joined the Union of the Lombardsky cities against the Emperor Friedrich Barbarossa, and after the victory over the last at Legnano in 1176, achieved on the Konstantsky world of recognition of the independence. The Emperor Frederick II unsuccessfully besieged the city in 1238, Henry VII won him in 1311. In 1339 Brescia passed under Visconti's power, in 1428 to Venice. In 1478 seriously I suffered from a strong earthquake. After falling of the Venetian Republic, fortress Austrian Gabsbergave. In the Italian War of 1859 Brescia took the part of the Savoy dynasty, to which it was conceded together with other Lombardy. In 1796 Napoleon Bonaparte took away Brescia from Venetians and called in her a truce with Naples. Soon after that the city was taken by the Austrians under the command of Wurmser, but the last had to give him to Ozero again. On April 21, 1799 the city is taken by Suvarev, who ordered the Russian and Austrian troops. In this fight the Major General Prince Bagration caused a stir. Only in 1815 Austria got Brescia. Brescianites took active part in a revolt of 1848. In March, at the first news of events in Milan, they took up arms and forced the Austrian garrison to give up. But contrary to Milan Republicans, the city actively strove on accession to Piedmont. After battle at Custozza and Milan capitulation, he underwent a fate of the other Lombardsky cities. When in March 1849 war between Piedmont and Austria broke out again, Brescia was the only considerable city of Lombardy which population rose against the Austrian domination. As the city, after defeat of Piedmontese at Novara, didn't want to surrender voluntarily, on March 30 Gano besieged him, and at the same time against him cruel bombing from the citadel which remained in hands of the Austrians was open. Inhabitants were protected in the forenoon on April 2, generally among the smoking ruins. Gano promised to spare life and property of inhabitants under a contribution payment condition more than in 6 million liras. Sites. Pavel Muratov described the impression of Brescia of the beginning of the 20th century as follows. Narrow streets girl among gardens in a mountainous part of the city wall de Laudia, on which nearly all great architects of Veneto up to Sansovino and Palladio worked. The charming square in front of her, porticos up benches and del orolado stop with the bronze dolls striking in a bell demonstrate clearly that every dim the wind the lion of San Marco. There is nothing, however, more unexpected than to meet in this Venetian environment the remains of the Roman Forum and whole Vespuccia Novia, turned nowadays into the Museum of Antiquities and storing a winged victory in the walls. There was some first Brescia, late Roman and early Christian, Byzantine and Langobardsky, adjoining to Milan Ambrose and to Ravenna of Galla Placidia. And that she was strong and rich during Bass Empire era, which is so often carrying away as we can judge by abundance, rareness and even refinement of the monuments filling her antique and medieval museums. Brescia kept lines of ancient Roman planning and the remains of the Roman public constructions to this day. The former ramparts are turned into places for walks now. But on north side still the strengthened lock located on the high and abrupt rock and dominating over the city remained. From the architectural point of view, the town hall of the 11th, 13th centuries cathedral. Duomo Vecchio, the 11th, 15th centuries. The Renaissance and Baroque palaces and churches are of interest. In Brescia the historical auto race, Millet Melia. 1,000 miles. Passing in May every year begins and comes to an end. The subway works in the city from 2013 year. In honor of Brescia the asteroid 521 of Brescia opened in 1904 is called. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.